p.m. tomorrow morning. So throughout the day today, you can expect conditions to be very, very cold. So make sure you bundle up. Here's a look at those temperatures, and the small numbers are those feel-like temperatures. So it's 14 right now in Huntsville. It feels more like 0 when you step outside. So please bundle up this morning. We're at 15 in Decatur, feeling more like 1 degree, and 14 degrees right now in Muscle Shoals, feeling more like 3. So you get the idea. If you don't have to go out today, stay home. I know you are probably going a little stir crazy, but this is it. After
stir
today,
crazy. I've been in this truck for a week, lady.
Here's a look at the Space and Rocket Center in 565 this morning, and traffic is flowing nicely. But again, it is bitterly cold, so don't go out if you don't have to for the rest of the day. 31 triple Doppler is quiet and dry. We'll stay that way through the rest of the weekend. And for all of the eastern half of the United States, things are looking a lot better. Plenty of sunshine for the entire state of Alabama today, but I am tracking our next chance of rain. This will move in on Tuesday, and it'll stick around through most of next week. The good news about this is our temperatures will stay well above freezing, so we don't have to worry about any ice with this system.
I just want to deliver this stuff and get the heck out of here. That's all I want to do, man.
And I'll get you a check of your roadways.
I mean, 14 degrees here. I mean, that's like Iowa, Illinois, Indiana.
Thanks, Amber. Emergency management leaders across North Alabama warn just because the sun is out doesn't mean all that ice has melted on the roadways. Let's take a live look at the Hudson Memorial Bridge in Decatur. We can see some cars on the road here and there. It's kind of sporadic. It is early on a Saturday morning. I'm sure most of everyone is still asleep. But like we said, just because that the sun is out does not mean that there is still black ice. So emergency leaders say that you should still assume that there is black ice out on the roads when you drive. In Florence and Lauderdale County EMA director,
oh well, what can you do?
Is also saying
enjoy your weekend, truck buddies.
When you're driving near, prevented them from treating the roads. They also say they had 10 snowplows and couldn't justify buying any more than that.
We certainly could go buy a whole lot more snowplows, and I would tell you that most years they would sit idle 99.9% of the time. And so if we spend our taxpayer resources on that versus equipment that we need 365 days of a year, every single year, those are choices that we probably have not made in the past and won't necessarily make in the future.
City leaders say they have also spent time focusing on major roads like Highway 72.
Now, my thing is,
many of those major roads have at least one
you may only have
cleared in each direction.
10 plows, but the thing is about, you got to pre-plan.
And calls have been coming into the station from people wondering when the mail services will get back on schedule.
You have to think about what you're doing. If you know that you got inclement weather coming, you need to treat the roads. If you don't want to put those resources, you don't want to use the taxpayers' dollars, which I understand. If you don't want to use the dollars, you have to work with what you have. So that means you have to pay your workers, the state workers or the county workers, whoever's going to be on these roads, and pay them overtime, time and a half to make sure the roads are at least treated, But what I know, I'm just a dumb truck driver, but, if you know you only have 10 plows, if you know you're expecting inclement weather, it might be cheaper just for you to store salt. You don't want to get the equipment, just get the stuff to treat the road. I'm pretty sure that takes up less space and costs a lot less. When it comes to storing that stuff, I mean just thinking outside the box. So I'm pretty sure like the overall picture, I've been stuck here, but now big picture is there's a lot of folks that couldn't go to work, just like the place I delivered to, so they've been closed for a week, so they're not getting paid. Well, I don't know if they're not getting paid, but it's just something to think about, man. It's just crazy, but you got a backwards plan. It's the wintertime. You got to think about, if you're a state official, you got to kind of think, keep an eye on stuff. That's why you get paid the big bucks, to make those hard decisions. Like, hey, we got what can we do to get ahead of this crazy weather? All right, you can't do nothing about it this time, but for the future, okay, this is what we can do better. All right, if you ever get stuck in Priceville, Alabama, down there at the Pilot, it's a whole bunch of stuff. You got Publix. I think there's a Taco Bell across the street. It's a few places to eat. Got an adult beverage store. Right here, there's it's like a bar and grill, nail salon, physical therapy, clinic, Chinese restaurant, Pizza Hut, pharmacy. It's, you know, all the hotels are on the other side of the interstate or down there by the truck stop. So it literally took me about, I guess 10-15 minute walk. I mean, if that, I'm just poking around. I'm not even walking that fast. So, but everything you need if you get stuck here, like I said, there's a Comfort Inn across the street. I think there's a Super 8 at the exit. So everything in walking distance, everything is within a mile. It's like 40 degrees right now. It's like a heat wave compared to what it's been the last few days. So I guess I'll take the good with the bad. Hopefully I get unloaded tomorrow. I was thinking about going to Publix, but I don't need anything. So I think I got enough stuff to get me through the week. I'll probably grab some water out the truck stop just because I don't want to carry that water all the way back down that way. Even though it's, you know, it's a, like I said, it's not a terrible walk, but it'll be a bad walk with a basket, or not with a basket full of stuff. So I tried the barbecue place that's next to the truck stop. I'm gonna give that a whirl. See how that tastes. Head on back now. I had Taste China 2 days in a row. I had the lo mein and had the fried rice. So time for something different. But it's been a very quiet weekend. Like I said, the only difference is I'm in the truck. I'll be doing the same thing if I was home. I'll be down sitting on the couch watching damn football or something, but just ain't home doing it. It happens. It is what it is, man. You know, can't dwell on it. You know, just, you know, hey, we all got to make decisions. But like I said, I don't think I did say it. You know, the week that I've been here, it gave me a lot of time to reflect on things. All right, so, i.e., you know, looking at other means of employment. But the thing that you have to remember is when you make decisions, you can't make them off of emotion, all right? As much as I've been, you know, upset or pissed off about being stuck here for a week, still got to think about the long-term situation. Hopefully it's not too windy. I guess if the video comes out, I'll post it. If not, I'll delete it. But the places that I've applied for, I've got a good, strong feeling about. Now, with that being said, I've got a million questions I got to ask them. I got them all written down. Okay? So, we'll see how that goes. But, I think I haven't got a call back like within like 48 hours because the damn city's been shut down. Okay. The city's been shut down and nobody's probably been in their Birmingham terminal. So that's where some of the bad weather was at. So I'm thinking I'm gonna hear something this week. We'll see though. But like I said, you don't make decisions off, you know, when you're angry. But I'll finish this conversation when I get back to the truck. It's gonna be a little too loud. All right, so I made it back to the truck, and I just want to finish up this conversation right quick, or try to be as quick as possible. But yeah, you can't never make decisions off emotions. You got to do, you know, your research. You got to do your due diligence to make sure, you know, you're exhausting all your means of getting the answers that you want for your questions, you know, that you may have for your new company. Now I'm kind of torn between, I've applied for one, I'm gonna apply for one more, and it's local. Now the problem is I usually I like to find all my information online first before I start piffering off and, you know, asking questions or whatnot. That's just me. I like to do my own research prior to asking anybody else or asking a recruiter. But my biggest thing about this job here, the second job I'm thinking about applying for, I don't think it's guaranteed pay. Now, I'll be home every night though, so that's the kind of things you got to take in consideration. You know, there's going to be a trade-off sometimes if you work, if you're home every night. Sometimes there's a trade-off. Sometimes it's not. But it's a big company, not a huge company. It's not a mega or anything, but it's a nice size. It's another pneumatic. They got pneumatics. They have dump trucks and something else. Pneumatics and dump trucks for sure. So I was kind of looking at that one. I'm just been thinking I'm gonna pray about it, see if I'm gonna apply or not. But I'm just making my mind up to where, as if, you know, I'm gonna get a job opportunity. What am I gonna do? I would like to have my answer pretty much made up, not really made up, but have an idea what I'm gonna do if and when I get that opportunity. I always tell myself, I'm not gonna open the door. I'm not gonna walk through a door that's not open for me. I'm not gonna press the issue. Like I said, I always say, TMC has been good to me, okay? But at the same time, I'm not foolish. Stuff like this gives you time to relax, to just give you time to think about what's been going on, you know, about, you know, how things been done, you know. Now, the things to remember, TMC has no control over the weather. They have no control over the customer. So for somebody to comment and say, you know, or whatever, you know, it's just crazy to me. You know, even I had to tell my wife, she's like, well, they just, you know, you should just take it back. I said, I can't take it back. I said, that was already discussed Friday. That's why I'm still here. You know, sometimes when you make a comment, you got to think about what you're saying. Okay. So if there's a way to take it back, I'm pretty sure I could have took it back. But tomorrow's a new day. Anything can happen for tomorrow. But I'm more leaning on these two companies because one, it's local, and this other one, it's I don't think they have over the road. I think it's more like regional, and it's guaranteed pay. It's guaranteed pay, but they got driver-facing cameras. Now, not a huge deal for me because I don't do nothing no way. I mean, I know why companies do it. You know, it's for insurance reasons and it's, you know, whatever, to save a buck. So hey, I got it. You know, but it's not a big deal to me. Only thing I'm worrying about or thinking about is the benefits and the pay. Like I said, the guaranteed pay is a big thing for me. I wrote down a list of things. Let's see if I can find it. I wrote down a list of things I want to ask them. Now, they have paid training, but I want to know how much the paid training is. You know, I would have to do orientation in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm in Alabama right now. But their pay ranges, it's a decent pay range. But like I said, I just don't know what the job entails. So for this company, I'm like, I'll be making more in theory because I think I've seen some stuff on YouTube and they pay by the ton or something like that since it's a pneumatic company. But I'm pretty sure it's more that goes into it. That's why I wrote down all my questions prior to the recruiter calling. You know, so I want to ask them about, you know, do they work over the weekend? Is there weekend pay? I think I've seen something about that. I want to ask about safety pay. You know, most good companies, and you can take it how you want to take it. Most good companies have a good safety program, i.e. a safety bonus. It don't matter if you get it quarterly, every 6 months, or yearly. A good company should have a safety bonus, my opinion. You know, if you have a driver that's been here at a company for X amount of time, no accidents, no incidents, you know, you're going on, you know, 500,000 miles, you know, 600,000 miles, 1,000,000 miles. Hey, don't give them drivers a damn cheap ass watch. Don't give these drivers, you know, just, you know, $40 for a clean inspection. You know, if you get an average inspection with DOT, it's gonna be about an hour, at least, if you're lucky. Okay, so me personally, $40 it ain't worth the headache. But enough of that. Well, I want to ask about they got some pretty clean equipment, and I think they have assigned tractors. I'm gonna ask them about that. I want to ask how their breakdown pay works. The length of the training, I think it's a week. But they had 2 graduating classes. Now, last week was, I think, 5 drivers. The week before last was 2 drivers. So it's a decent sized company. They've been in business since 1948. Like I said, it's a smaller operation. So I'm pretty sure, you know, I'll probably be on a first name basis, which is fine by me. You know, it's not no huge deal, but it'll be, you know, you feel a little more, you know, more welcomed, you know, when you're able to talk to somebody that knows you by name instead of a truck number. I want to ask them about their truck washes and if they have a rider program. Now, some companies, they don't have it. Some do, and then some it might be free, or it might just be, you know, very little. TMC charges $20 a month. If you have somebody on your truck with you that's over, I don't know the age, I always have my wife riding with me, but it was $20 a month. I think they used to do it by the week, but I think they do it by the month. So it's like 20 bucks. All right. I want to ask them about the orientation at this company. I want to get an idea of the speed of the trucks, which ain't no big deal, but I kind of just want to have an idea, and how they do their fueling. But those are pretty much just the things I want to talk about with this company. Whenever the recruiter calls me back, I could send him a message tomorrow just to kind of get an idea, because I did call her back at the beginning of the week. Like I said, everything's been closed up, so that's probably I never got a call back, maybe. But I mean, who knows? I mean, you can't do too much if you're not in the office. But that's where I'm at right now. You know, I've had a lot of time to think about what I want to do next. You know, are my days numbered here? Probably. I've been saying that for the longest. You know, anybody that's followed me since day one, or even halfway on my journey, you know, I've started looking for something else, because the pay is it's not equal to the requirements on the road, over the road. Now, what I'm making now, like I said, the company that I'm thinking about, the second company I'm thinking about applying for, it'll be about the same pay, and I'll be home every night. You know, I'm not expecting to get rich, but at the same time, anybody that's out here over the road, you know, you need to be compensated accordingly. The truck buddy's leaving. Been there all weekend. I wonder if anybody's gonna try to squeeze in by me. The spot that he just moved out of, that's the spot I thought about moving into, but it ain't gonna matter. But I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna go into the spot if they're paying attention. It's a decent little spot. But yeah, man, it's just one of the things that it's very frustrating. And like I said, idle hands are the devil's playground. It's nothing worse than that when you're sitting around idle, not doing anything, you're not, you know, making any money. That's when, you know, you get thoughts creeping inside of your head, like, what if, or what can I do? It's just natural. Like I said, I've been doing it, I've been thinking about it, but it was just something that kept popping up on my timeline on Facebook. They said, we have a lane in your area. Now, they don't have a terminal, but they do have a lane that goes through Jacksonville. So, and I've seen these trucks, and I've just never thought nothing of it. I was like, I'll check them out. You know, so I finally applied. Just waiting to hear back. I'm gonna look at this second company I've been thinking about. Write my questions up, and I might apply for that one too. You know, so told you it ain't take long. It ain't take long. Down Bobtail. Bobtail backing in that spot. He was up close. But I don't blame him. I'll move too. But kind of sucks though, because now that Bobtail's parked there. Well, a truck can still park in front of him. He won't have no trouble getting out if they park right. So it'll just be the opposite. So it wouldn't really matter. But yeah, man, like I said, I just been thinking about it for a long time now. Somebody had made a comment, I forgot, but you know, I'm not gonna quit this job without having a job. That's foolish. No matter how things are going, why would I quit a job without having a job? That's just foolish to me. You know, you get upset, so upset that, all right, I quit. Okay, I still got to get home, and I still got to find a job. Now, if I had found a job last week, i.e. whoever I applied for, and they hit me back, that'll probably put me more in a situation like, damn, now I got to make a decision. I got to make, you know, what am I going to do? But, you know, it just gives me more time to think about the circumstances and whatnot, so, in the situation. So that's where we're at right now. I just wanted to make a little video about that. You know, hopefully everybody had a good, safe weekend. I know it's supposed to be more bad weather out there. So whenever you watch this, I mean, hope you're having, you know, you're safe and you enjoyed your weekend. You know, It's all we can do, man. You know, we make a lot of sacrifices. We do a lot of stuff for our families, you know, and I feel that we should be compensated accordingly. You know, if your company ain't paying you what your worth is, hey, find another company. But, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be smart about that process. You know, most of these mega carriers are the same. You're gonna haul the same freight. You know, just the benefits are gonna be a little bit different, and some things you ain't gonna have to tolerate. That just goes with the territory of working for a mega. But like I said, both these jobs I'm looking at, the second place I apply for, I won't need my parking. That'll be like the best thing. I can stop paying $182 or $89 a month for paid parking. The second place, I can park right there at the terminal. I can drive on to the house. It's just as convenient because I ain't got to worry about it. You know, it's more than enough space for their trucks. So I got to take that into consideration too. I might be less paid, you know, being home every night, but I ain't got to worry about parking. You know, that $200, I can put that towards something else. You know, that's just something to think about too. But y'all want to do your pros and cons, you know, get your questions, just think about anything and everything. You know, what do you want out of a company? And I think I know what I want. And I think I'm leaning towards, I want to be home on a consistent basis. You know, getting home on the weekend, that's really not cutting it anymore for the pay. Now, the pay that was getting during COVID, now that's different. Now, anybody that was out here last year during COVID and the year before last, you already know what I'm talking about. Rates were through the roof, man. You could just make money hand over fist. But now the market's corrected itself. So, but enough rambling. We'll get back to the football. Like I said, I've got everything in the truck that I need, you know. Didn't need a hotel. Truck stops, walking distance, get a shower, food. I got everything right here. I'm just sitting in the truck, getting my mind right, getting ready for tomorrow. All right, truck buddies, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay blessed. Airborne Trucker signing off.